Hi everybody. About the 10th of July, a friend of mine told me about Microsoft's Internet of Things initiatives, where they were giving away an internet enabled device for people who wanted to start experimenting with IoT, seeing how things worked for the Windows domain. I signed up for the program, not expecting much, and on the 8th of August I had an email from Microsoft saying that they had a package for me on its way via FedEx. If you have been following my tweets, you would have seen the path it took all the way from the States to South Africa. Took a bit of a roundabout way to get here. They were supposed to land in South Africa today, the 15th of August. Ended up arriving in South Africa on Monday and being stuck in customs until today. But here it is. So I've not opened it. First view, let's have a look what's inside. Right, let's open the box. Oops. Everybody should have a scalpel to do this with. Okay, let's see what's in the box. Right. Some free bubble wrap, a info card, and the Intel Galileo board. Let's see what's in there. Ethernet cable, because of course it's an Internet of Things card. The Galileo board does not have Wi-Fi on board, has Ethernet, however it does have a PCI Express connect on the back, so you can add a Wi-Fi adapter onto that. We also have a 10100 USB to Ethernet adapter in the box. We'll see what that's for in a moment. Some more stuff there, and just bubble wrap. Shoot, keep me busy. Right, get rid of that. What's in here? 16GB class 10 micro SD card, and a 5V 10 milliamp through all LED. Spare no expense. That's pretty cool. Didn't even have to go and find my LED. Let's have a look. Oh, there's our SD card. That's a micro SD adapter. And one LED. It's green. Right, let's have a look. The SD card. It's inside a SD card adapter. So this 16GB micro SD, and they thoughtfully sent me the adapter as well. Right, let's put that back in there for a moment and open the board. Well, first of all, let's see what this is all about. Yeah, okay, so this is pretty much exactly what's on their website. If you have a look at the website, same feel, so look and feel. Quick little getting started guide. Let's get to the fun bit. Right, scalpel time again. Okay. Nice presentation. Oh, that's quite nice. And if we open the box, looks like a manual with errata notice. Japanese, let's see. Every kind of language for which I don't even understand the characters. Japanese, English, where is English? How are you doing? Okay, well, I assume somewhere in there is English. I'll refer back to that if we absolutely really have to. We'll find English, I guess. Also in the box, power adapter. Let's see, do we have a South African adapter? Australia. My goodness. Don't know. European, I think. This one might work. And a UK adapter, right, so let's throw those away. This one will work. I'm going to fetch one now. Right, let's see what's in here. It's like Christmas. Right, and here we have the Galileo board. I don't know why, but I was expecting it to be at least a little tiny bit bigger, but nonetheless. Right. So let's quickly run through this. The pinout, these board level connectors actually are Arduino Uno compatible, if I remember correctly. So any shield that fits onto the Arduino will fit on there. As far as I know, this is the I2C address jumper. Possibly 2 addresses you can choose from. Power adapter, JTAG adapter. The board is also selectable to have to support 5 volt and 3.3 volt peripherals, so shields and that kind of thing. So, and that's selected via this little jumper on the side here. We also have two USB adapters, one host, one client. So theoretically we should be able to get this thing to actually host external USB devices, some RAM on board, and a couple of other bits which I haven't quite had a look at. I'll put a link to the Galileo info online. At the bottom we have our I2C adapter. Sorry, not I2C. PCI Express connector on there, so we can any PCI Express board like a Wi-Fi adapter will fit on there. And yeah, very intricate design. I love these boards. And of course the 10100 Ethernet connector on there, which is why I wonder what exactly the idea with this is. I'm sure we'll find out in a moment. There's our main processor. It's a, what is that? That's a G100, G1000 if I remember correctly. Quark SoC X1000. Sorry, 400 megahertz processor, up from the standard 16 megahertz Arduino processors which we're used to. So that should be fun to see what we can do with that. Should be able to do a mean quadcopter with this one. Right, so I think let's power it all up and see what it offers. Okay. So let's get going. Let's plug this Galileo board in and see what it does. It says quite clearly, before connecting your Galileo, please visit windowsondevices.com. So let's head off to that site and see what they have. One more thing, USB Ethernet adapter for your development PC. So we tend to take these Ethernet ports for granted, but yep, some of these notebooks actually don't have built-in Ethernet adapters, the low-end notebooks, so that's quite a nice touch for those guys. Okay, so
heading off to Windows on devices.com. Okay, here we are. We've arrived, and what I'll do is I'll scroll down to make, and let's go set up my PC. So here they tell us about an add-on we need to go and download. I am running on my home PC Visual Studio Express 2013 for desktop. It is actually installed. So let's get that up and running. Okay. Open Visual Studio. We've done that. Click to Tools, navigation bar. Go to the extension, Updates, Tools, Extensions and Updates. Make sure the NuGet package manager for Visual Studio 2013 is installed, and then you can see it is installed, so I'm not even going to bother going through that. Let's go make sure, check online, and sure enough it is installed. Okay, scrolling down, the next requirement is this Windows Developer Program for IoT.msi. So let's go click on that guy. And we get a 404. Right, page not found. So this is a little bit of an issue that I think a couple of other guys have also had. So if we go and highlight that and type that into a search bar, we'll see that there's a link to someone else having the same problem. I find personally that Microsoft links generally don't work for me. For some reason, the guys get that badly wrong. Okay, so we have a look at this. I actually said that I could reproduce this. I've already logged that. There's a workaround. Let's go look at the workaround. Right, and the workaround says we have to join the program. Now you'd assume that Microsoft, if they decide to send you this hardware, would sign you up for that. Let's go to the URL and see if that works. Right, so what we can see here is that we need to go and we had to go find and join the appropriate program, right? If we scroll down and we say Windows Embedded, the categories, and you look at Windows Developer Program for IoT, Internet of Things. And let's join that program. It's a mandatory survey. I'm guessing I need to go and click on that. Other languages, and yes, I accept, submit. Okay, so theoretically, now once we've done that, I should be able to come back, click on this link once again, and all should be well. How cool is that? Right, and we can come and download that. Okay, I'm not gonna bother. We'll run that right off the bat. And let's go through the install process quickly. And we're done. Finish. Right, let's move on to the next step. Telnet. I do have Telnet installed. Gives you full instructions on how to do that. And that looks like we are done with setting up my PC. Right, I'm going to step ahead back one, setting up the Galileo. Okay, in the box we got the Galileo, yes, power adapter, yes, SD card, yes, Ethernet cable, and off we go. Okay.
Okay, instructions say insert the micro SD card. So, yep. Let's take that out. Take the micro SD card out of the adapter. Insert the micro SD card into the reader, which is there. Right, all the way in. And we have to do this before plugging in the adapter. Right, so we haven't done that. Connect the Ethernet to the Galileo, connect the other port, right, and let's plug that in. Alright, other end of the cable to my PC. Okay, we're not using the Ethernet USB converter. My machine does have a network card installed. Plug the power cord into Galileo. Windows on Galileo can take up to 2 minutes, and it says we should see some activity on the micro SD LED. Right, so let's do that. Let's plug power in. Let's see what that does. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's LEDs happening there. Lights flashing all over the place. The Ethernet lights have also come on, and it's flashing away. Okay, and it says to wait wait until the once it stops flashing, a few seconds. We'll have to wait, so let's give that a couple of moments to stop. Okay, things seem to have calmed down a bit, so let's head over to kick off our application, which should be in C Program Files 86, Microsoft IoT, and we need to kick off Galileo Watcher.exe.
Okay, once your Galileo board is finished booting up, it should begin broadcasting its IP address and host name. So that shows up in the Galileo Watcher. It's gotten its own IP address, which has not resolved to my network address yet, so I'm guessing we're not connected to anything yet. Okay, for extra verification, you can open the command window, your desktop, and type ping my Galileo. Right, so let's go do that, and we will type ping using IPv4 by Galileo. Go. Right, we're getting a response. All looks good so far. Right, telnet. The main reason you'll want to telnet is interact with Galileo and gracefully shut it down. On your desktop, select Start, Run, type telnet. Here's our telnet window, and it says the default username is administrator, and our password is admin. Obviously has to change. Right, and that seems to have worked. And right, so before we shut it down, what can we see? Just going to get a directory listing. CD backslash. Okay, right. I thought for a moment that was my local machine, but we're actually local to the Galileo board. We can see the following directories. It's got program files, tools, users, Windows. So this is quite nice because this kind of proves that our Galileo board is actually running Windows. So if we then, as they show in the next example, want to shut it down nicely, we can use the shutdown command, which I use quite often instead of using the mouse. So what this command does, shutdown command, you can do hibernate, shutdown, restart, and all kinds of things. The /s is for restart. /t is the time delay. By default it delays 60 seconds, but if you set a time delay to 0, it'll do that immediately. So let's execute that, and we should see our Galileo board reading the LED again. And yeah, sure enough, all the LEDs are turned off, and we are done. Let's see what happens if we hit the reboot button. No, nothing. Does reset work? No, it seems that we have to actually cycle the power. Plug it back in. And it's reading. Right, our telnet window is non-responsive, obviously, because it has shut down. Let's open telnet again. No. Oh, sorry, it's still booting. I had an error message saying that it could not connect, but noting the little flashing LED, things are still booting up, and immediately we get username, and again, administrator, enter, admin, enter, and we're in. That is pretty slick. Right, let's continue over to samples then. Let's try the proverbial Blinky application. Okay, let's open Visual Studio for Desktop. New project, C++. Ah, there we go, Windows IoT. And what do they suggest we call this application? Okay, seems like it. Default one. Okay. Thinking about it. Okay, and instead of copying all the code in, or sorry, instead of typing all the code in, I'm going to copy this. I'll walk us through that in a moment. Let's go look at our Solution Explorer. Our Solution Explorer says source files main. Let's open that up. Right, so this looks like the right place. We have our includes at the top. Actually, the default one seems to be Blinky. Here it is. Okay, so let's move that along. Oh, it actually says it's included in the default template. I thought we were blinking onboard LED, but hey. Okay. LEDs. DDD, we know that. Okay. Let's whip out our brand new and shiny LED.
Okay, so looking at a longer leg is positive, so that needs to go into pin 13, and the shorter leg into ground. Right, and there we go. Here's the LED. A little bit closer. Alright, you can see it. So, how do we build and deploy?
We head over back to there. Press F5. Surely we have to set up where to find this board first. Okay, let's press F5. Oh, this program's out of date. Oh, sorry, because we haven't built it. Would you like to build it? Yes, we do. Could have pressed F6 for that. It's building. So we get 1000 milliseconds and 1000 milliseconds. So this should blink on and off 1 second at a time. Okay, so as suggested, we need to log in. I need to change the domain is my Galileo, right? So my Galileo /administrator and admin. Sorry, there should be a backslash. There we go. And click OK. Right. Oh, and our LED is blinking.
Fantastic. That's pretty cool. Okay, and I think that's where we're going to stop for tonight. I'm surely going to do loads more later on with this board. It looks like a really fantastic board. Thanks to Microsoft for sending it to me. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.